Alright guys, welcome back. This time I want to talk about how I'm... Okay, so the day I put out my last video was the 8th. Right, that Saturday. I went to the ER, or not ER, the urgent care, and because I was not getting better, I was actually getting way worse. My entire right side was in immense pain. Like it was just getting worse and worse. So I went into the urgent care, and they told me they don't know what I have. They tested me for a couple things, and they said they just don't know what I have. But they're going to treat me for pneumonia and bronchitis. So they sent me home with some antibiotics, and they sent me home with some cough syrup with codeine in it, and said, okay, take a bunch of aspirin and Tylenol, and hopefully you'll get better soon. The next day, I was definitely not better. I was drastically worse. Like, the drugs they gave me made it so I couldn't feel as much while I was asleep. But I woke up multiple times in the middle of the night just screaming. Like, I'm glad my wife didn't think to grab the phone, right? Because I wouldn't want any of you guys to see that. It was bad. The only thing that seemed to help at all was jumping in the shower with hot water on the back right side of my body, like this whole side right here. And even that wasn't really helping anymore. So I asked Shai to call everyone we know. And no one could take us to the ER. No one could. Absolutely no one. Until I contacted my sister, who could not take us, but she'd let my dad use the car. So my dad went from... they live an hour away. They live in Corvallis. We're down in Springfield. So he drove all the way here, took me to the hospital, and they did a few tests, and it turns out that I have bilateral pulmonary embolisms, which means that I have what do you call them? Not cysts, but blood clots. I have blood clots in my lungs. So it's kind of hard for me to make this right now because I'm kind of out of breath. But basically what they had to do to treat me was they pumped me full of drugs so I couldn't feel anymore. And they knocked me out. And they put me on anticoagulants. And basically I have to take those anticoagulants for, they said they want to try me for 6 months and then revisit it in a year, and maybe one day I'll be able to come off. But more likely they want me on them for the rest of my life. Because they have no idea why I developed blood clots. I don't have any of the risk factors. I'm relatively healthy, right? I'm not sedentary. I garden a lot, as you guys can see. You guys see me kayaking and all that kind of stuff. I'm decently mobile. I don't smoke. I rarely drink. Like, I'll have like a beer or a part of a beer once a month at the most, like at the very most. I think I had one beer last month, and I think before that, the last time I had a beer was when I was camping. So yeah, like I don't drink often at all. I'm not a female. I don't take birth control. So the sorry. The majority of the risk factors I just don't have. So our plan of treatment is I have to go get checked for genetic causes, and I have to go to my doctor next week to find out what the result of that is. Then I have another appointment in 3 months with another doctor, specifically about the causes or the effects that it's had on my lungs. This really sucks for me. As most of you know, I love to sing, right? I know it's metal and most of y'all don't want to hear it, but I love to sing. I sing all the time. Like, I will sing what I'm telling you sometimes, like talking to my wife or something like that. I just love to sing. I sing all the time, but I just can't do it. I just can't do it anymore. So we still have to be out of here on the 5th. I'm looking for a place around here. We were going to get the property, like the company Homestead Crossing is who I was going to go through. They are phenomenal. They were willing to do payments on the down payment so that we'd at least have somewhere to go. And I can't say how much that means to me, but with my condition, I can no longer do that. With the anticoagulants I'm on, if I get a paper cut, that can be life threatening. If I don't go to the hospital, I can die. I know that sounds ridiculous, but there's a lawsuit against this company. It's Xarelto. I'm on Xarelto. There's a lawsuit against them because people will get a small cut and just won't stop bleeding and all that. But it's also a medicine that means that I can eat when I need to eat. Like, as you can see, I garden a lot. Right, I love to garden. Right, and it would devastate me if I can't eat the foods that I'm working so hard for. You know, and that's a major thing with blood thinners, with anticoagulants. A lot of them restrict your diet. You can't eat anything with lots of vitamin K. So leafy greens and green beans and all that kind of stuff out the window. And I love those things. I eat a lot of those things. I know I'm a huge guy, right? I'm a big old fat guy, right? People think I eat a lot of fast. No, I eat really well for a fat guy. I eat a lot of stuff from my garden. I love gardening. So that to me wasn't an option. I needed something where I can actually go ahead and garden and eat and still not develop clots and die. I don't want to go through that pain again. That pain was insane. But I have my brother looking for, or talking to his landlord, he's also his boss, who owns multiple properties, seeing if we can work with him and rent a place from him. And like, because we have 4 dogs. No one around here will rent to us with 4 dogs. I mean, these guys might be tiny, but I mean, they hear 4 dogs and like, oh my gosh, my house is going to be destroyed. No, I mean, look at this guy. This is what he does. He hangs out with me. That's what they do. They just want to hang out, right? And yeah, we have 4 dogs, but would you allow someone there with an 80-pound dog? Probably. Would you allow someone there with a 40-pound dog? Probably. My dogs are under 10 pounds each. That's less dog by weight. Just saying. I'm willing to pay for deposits and all that kind of stuff. It's just, I need to be able to bring my kids. You know, because Cheyenne more likely can't have kids. We've tried. She's had multiple miscarriages and all that. But she more likely can't have kids. So our dogs are our babies. That's it. They're my kids, you know. And I wanted to ask you to leave your kids behind to move into a place. Please don't ask me to leave mine. Yeah. That's a story how I almost died. I'll talk to you guys later about the medications they had me on and how I'm angry about it. But that's for a future video when I have a little bit more breath. I waited this long to tell you guys because it's been hard for me to breathe. Actually, Mike, down in the comments, if you want, you could tell him he talked to me a couple days ago. I could barely even say hello. Yeah, but I'll talk to you guys again later. Have a good one, you guys.